With Canon bringing out so many new cameras in 2022, is the R5 still a good choice? Let's talk about it. Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been quite some time. This is like my first proper video of 2022 and it's a bit of a banger. So I'm super blessed to be a part of the Canon Creator Program, and what that does is it allows me to test out heaps of Canon cameras, and I've been lucky enough to test out the Canon R5 for the last 2 weeks, and yeah, wow, what an absolutely amazing camera. So the Canon R5 has been out for about 2 years now, well, almost 2 years, and Canon have just released the new Canon R5C. So I thought today I'd just discuss my thoughts and opinions on this guy, seeing as I've been able to have it in my hands for the last 2 weeks and sort of put it through its paces. Now, being an action sports content creator, the Canon R5 has really suited my workflow. First thing off the bat that I noticed was the 45 megapixel sensor. I went out and shot the Sydney Kings and I was amazed by how clear, sharp all these images looked. And then more importantly, for one of these shots that I got, that I was able to crop in because I had the referee jump straight in front of me for a game-winning dunk, which I was like so upset about, but I was able to capture the frames leading up to the dunk and, you know, was able to crop it perfectly for socials, and you could not even tell that it was a cropped image. The next thing that I did notice shooting the Sydney Kings game was how ridiculously quick the autofocus was to continue to pick up players, to lock onto players, and it sort of just made the process of shooting such a fast-paced game so much more enjoyable. Now, moving on to the video side of this camera, I think filming motocross is probably one of the most challenging sports to capture, so it was the perfect test for this camera's autofocus capabilities. I'm usually a massive fan of shooting manual. Most projects that I ever do, I do shoot manual, but when I do get a camera out to test it, it's always nice to test out the autofocus capabilities, and this camera did not disappoint. The autofocus was surprisingly really good, especially when trying to track riders moving at fast pace. And I also found the range of autofocus options you had really nice. I didn't film anything in 8K because I just don't see a need for it yet. And I've heard a lot of issues about 8K footage, and I didn't want to put my poor MacBook M1 under any of that stress. So nah, just kept it to 4K. I did shoot most clips, maybe bar one, in 4K 120 in C-Log 3. And I didn't have any issues whatsoever editing those files in post, and they look really nice. Overall, for a camera that is almost 2 years old, this thing is still an absolute beast, but it does unfortunately come with a pretty hefty price tag. It's about 6 grand Australian, but if you do have the money, it is definitely an investment that for a camera that you'll have for a very long time. Obviously with the firmware updates now, the overheating issues don't really seem to be, you know, that present. I personally didn't have any issues with overheating, and I was filming out in the bloody heat with that motocross track. It was about 35 degrees and I was shooting 4K 100 and I didn't have any issues whatsoever. So in my opinion, this camera still sits up the very top when you're looking at the class of hybrid cameras, so cameras that shoot both photo and video extremely well. Yeah. This camera, I personally shoot Sony, but after using this camera, it really tempts me into buying a Canon body just purely for stills. Now, obviously Sony shoots amazing stills, but I don't know what it is about shooting Canon stills. There's just something there. I don't know what it is, but there is just something about Canon stills that I really enjoy. And this camera has really pushed me to the edge of potentially just going out and buying myself a Canon body just purely for photos. Anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video and you found any of the information insightful, impactful, enjoyable, hey, maybe like the video, maybe subscribe to the channel. On this channel, I talk about everything action sports related and cameras because they're my two hobbies and the things that I enjoy the most. Yeah, I haven't done a YouTube outro for a while, so yeah, I don't know, maybe follow me on Instagram here if you want to keep up to me during the week. I'm definitely a lot more active on my socials than when I'm on YouTube, which I am trying to change. But yeah, I guess with that all said and done, guys, get outside, go create and capture, manifest your madness, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.